Hey guys, it's Ripple Road here. Ain't gonna let me set my phone up right. Been a little bit, took the casita back. Let me unplug this. See if I can set it up. I know y'all won't see my pretty face. I don't know how long that'll last. Anyway, took the casita back to a friend of mine, real good friend of mine. Yeah, there we go. See if I can set it here. Anyway, dropped it off, went home, hung out for a few days. Got our new trail runner, 33 foot. Pulled it back to Colorado, and that was the roughest ride. 12-hour drive, say 14-hour drive. Took us 2 days. The wind was so bad. You didn't see semis were having problems driving. Crosswinds were so bad. Finally, once we got up closer to Colorado, it was good. We went through Amarillo. Hotels are $160 a night. It was 10:30 at night, and it was pretty bad. So I'm thinking to myself, told my wife, I said, we have a trailer, 33, probably what is it? I think it's 27, 29 living space. So I called, I think it was 66 RB or something like that. Trying to get y'all around here where you can see me talk. 66 right north, kind of northeast of Amarillo. I won't tell you what. Called him late. There was somebody there. He said, well, I got a spot normally for a fifth wheel, but if y'all want to stay tonight, come on. And I mean, it was just like that simple. Nice, quiet throughout the night. And this was a Friday night. And I'm gonna tell you, I didn't even unhook it from the truck. I just pulled up there, put the stabilizers down, hooked up water, electricity, and there we was. It was, I'll put it this way, it was under $40 for that one night. Saved us $120. So anyway, my hat's off to them. If I could find that brochure, let me look at it here. I'm glad I'm down. I'm back at work. Route 66, RB Ranch. Fact. You can see that. That was a good place right there, I'm tell you. So we were okay. Saved a lot of money. Well, once we got out there, things went a lot smoother. The wind wasn't as bad, and had a lot of tailwind, blowing behind us. So that helped out a lot. We got up 65, 70, so, and it pulled great. I got a half-ton truck. It's a Ram. Got the big engine in it. So I have no complaints. Other than the wind. The wind, ooh boy. And it did suck some gas, I'll tell you. It was, but you know, that's to be expected, especially when you're dealing with wind. If the wind ain't too bad, you know, I'd get pretty good mileage. But anyway, we got up, got set up, finally got to where I stay here in Colorado. Oh man, it was 10:30 at night. So got set up and all good except for the AC. Why is it hot in Colorado? People, I don't understand. Why is it hot in Colorado? I don't know. That's pretty bad. Anyway, we're having a little trouble keeping that trailer cool. I put the awning out in the morning, block the sun. The sun, the east side is the front door. So the awning goes out and I pull it down before it tilts. And that helps a lot. It blocks that sun off of that main living area. And then, but once it gets up above and gets on that other side, where the slide out is, man, it just bakes. I don't know if I have an AC issue or if that's just common for RVs. I know in that little casita, they had a pretty good AC unit on it. I turned that something got on 10-15 minutes, I had to turn it down. Cold, but look at the space, you know. It has ducted vents, the H vents like Heartland does, in the ceiling. So, you know, that's, I don't know, maybe I'm not used to that. So, but something needs to be done to get that thing at least where you can stay in during the day. That's not cool there. Anyway, everything seems to be working okay. Went and bought a 5 cubic foot or a 6 cubic foot deep freeze. And whether 2 rocking recliner chairs, whatever you call them, there's enough room to put those 2 chairs between the door and the bar and put that deep freeze. So we have room to put food. I'm going to turn it down some more to where it stays just at freezing. I don't want nothing froze real hard. And I'll use that for other things too. But the little refrigerator in them, kind of small. Now for camping and stuff, yeah, that's all good. That shouldn't be a problem. But I live in it. I live in something like that majority of the year. That's I'm living in it. It's not a, oh, let's go have some fun. I live there. So if I take that in consideration, a lot of travel trailers have 8 foot cubic foot. So I think that would be a lot better, but this Trail Runner is not designed with 8 foot. If I can find a Coca-Cola refrigerator that would sit in that hole where that refrigerator is, I'm going to put a Coca-Cola refrigerator in there with a full glass door. Keep all my frozen stuff in the deep freeze. I'll do some video here in a few days of the place and let you see it. Me and some guys were talking about survival and bug out, and he told me the same thing that I've been saying. What a better bug out vehicle than travel trailer. You know, it's fully self-contained. You want to go wild and get solar, I'm thinking about it. I've got a small solar panel I have with the Casita. It keeps a good charge on the battery. The problem is with some of these solar, you can't hook them directly up to the battery because you'll overcharge them. You'll boil them dry. So you have to do some type of regulator on it that will, once it reaches a good full charge, it shuts off the source. So I've got another, I think it's a 10 watt solar panel. It may be more than that. It's a pretty good size. So I will mount that, kind of hinge it on the back end of the trailer, to where whenever I get to where I'm going, all I got to do is go up the ladder, and the ladder on the back of the trailer, and fold it up, prop it up, and it'll catch the majority of the sun. So that's my plan there, but I've got to have some way of regulating that charge to the battery. So hopefully I'll work on that. I've got to get back on track. Didn't work for a week, so I got to make up for lost time, get the funds rolling back in. And something else, that around my trailer, they don't always mow very well. You know, they cut down stuff where they can get to, but they typically don't get up around your trailer. And, you know, say your vehicle's there, they don't get up around your vehicle. So I'm thinking, well, I know where I can borrow a couple of, you know, a gas weed eater. But I'm thinking, you know, I got a good extension cord, and I'm on $25. I can go buy an electric weed eater. So that's probably what I'm going to do here in a couple of days. Go buy an electric weed eater and just keep that stuff trimmed myself. Not that I should have to, or it ain't my job. I'm not one of those trailer trash people. Guys, I used to be bad OCD. Bad. And I've gotten better over the years, but I don't want no junk. I don't want my grass around my place to look like, you know, is anybody there? You know, I want to keep things neat and tidy. So that's what I do. Wife, same way. Boy, we're a match made in heaven, I tell you. And she gets on to me, because sometimes, you know, I work, you know, say I drive 2 hours to work, I work 10, 11 hours, and I drive 2 hours back. So I've been up on the road and on the job for probably 16 hours. And usually the only day I have off is Sundays. So Sunday rolls around, I'm busy. Oh yeah, it's the day of rest. Gotta slow down. I ain't doing nothing today. It's my day off. Now that's an opportunity to get some stuff done that I couldn't do during the week. I love these back roads. I am going about 10 miles an hour. And there ain't nobody out here. Sorry about that. I had to brush my can. And no, I didn't throw it out the window. Had the drink I had this morning. Anyway, we were talking about bug out and survival and stuff. We were sharing some, what did we prefer? Bow drill, friction, rub, you know, magnesium, fire starter, fluff. We had a real good conversation. And there happened to be some wood. There happened to be some stuff, and we did the thumbnail test, checking this out, checking that out. The wood that was around there wasn't fit to even attempt to try to do a bow drill or a friction fire. But I had my pack. So we were, I got out my dryer lint, wood shavings, magnesium shavings, things like that. And so we didn't try it out. I mean, it's too windy and stuff, too dry. But he was amazed at the magnesium that he said, "What's that in there?" I said, "That's magnesium. I shaved off my magnesium block." And he started writing stuff down. And I took a picture of it. So that was pretty cool that we were able, like-minded, we were all like-minded individuals talking about survival. And we talked about weapons. And we talked about snares. We talked about traps. We talked about, all kinds of stuff. It was, I bet, we were on standby. And we were on standby for 2 hours. We had lightning strike. But it ended up being 2 hours before we, everybody was ready to go back to work. And I bet we talked for an hour and a half of that 2 hours. That was, it's been a while since I've been able to, talk on the same level with someone that was fascinated as I am about survival. And we talked about the little terrain around the area here. Sucks. There are hardly any trees. I mean, you can look for miles and miles and miles. There's nothing, no trees, just flat land. And I say flat, it's rolling, this and that, but dang. There's no material. There's no shelter material. I haven't seen a water hole, and I've been watching the birds, and I'm like, where are y'all getting your water? And the antelope and the deer, and wild. I seen a badger that got hit by a car. That was I hated to see that, but pretty good size. And I could have sworn, they say there's no wolverines up here, but I was watching something going off the side of the road. It was almost dark. It was still, you could see. But I'm like, what in the world is that going out there in that grass? His back was a little bit above the grass in the field. And I was watching, and there wasn't nobody coming. So I slowed real slow. And I'm watching that thing, and the way they run, that, other than being an oversized beaver, that's the only thing it could have been was the wolverine. Big son of a good size, And, but everybody swears there ain't nothing like that here, but I couldn't tell. I couldn't get a full look at it. It just, the way it was going through the grass, kind of like at a trot, It's pretty cool. I look at all that stuff. I think I'm lost. Let me see where I'm at. I don't know where I'm at. I see the crew over the hill, over the horizon. Over there. I done been out here I was out here earlier for about 3 hours. And they're wrapping up the job, so there ain't a whole lot going on. But anyway. But the terrain here is just, there's a patch of trees here, like, okay, how are you going to hide out, bug out, and have temporary living quarters in a patch of trees in the middle of a pit. Gotta plan out your areas, guys. Where do you plan on going until things settle down? Or if they don't settle down, can it be long term? You gotta think about that. That's what this channel is about. Bug out basics. Keep it simple. Use the conveniences, the modern conveniences that are there, that are out there. Some are mighty expensive, but if you study that item, say they want $150 for something, and it does something special, think about the process that it does to make that something special happen. And then say, I think I can make that out of something else and save me at least $100, $120. Say you get $30 worth of material and create something similar to that high dollar device, and there you go. You have to think outside the box. But if you can afford some of these little gadgets and stuff, and your spouse doesn't kill you and choke you, go for it. Trash on the side of the road, I hate that. Man, it bugs me. Go ahead and get your stuff. Get your conveniences, because you go from a protected bubble, all is good, I got it made, and then you see a mushroom cloud, 10 miles away, and then you got to think, which way's the wind blowing? What's my next step? So you have to think about that stuff, people. You got to be able to stop, drop, and run. Not stop, drop, and roll. Hopefully you're not on fire. Stop, drop, and run. Have your stuff with you. I've got this truck so full of stuff that, I got enough tools in here to build a real nice structure. I keep a couple of shovels. I have an axe. Actually a tomahawk. I have a machete. I have saws. I even have cordless tools that I can charge up in the truck if I end up staying with my truck and I utilize my truck to get out. So keep little old tools and stuff in your vehicle. Hand saws. I keep cordless tools in my truck. I keep a reciprocating sawzall. Cordless drills, one with a chuck, one without. What else I got in there? I don't have my skill saw in the truck. All those things are cordless. And I can charge them in the truck. I have a bag that has rope, wire, tie-off material. I have a 750 watt power inverter that hooks up to the battery. I can run quite a bit off of that power inverter. It has 2 outlets on it. I have a 110 outlet right here, 115 volt, 15 amp, right here in the truck. So, multiple areas to charge devices. say a GPS or cell phone or things like that. These vehicles are so versed. There's so much capabilities with vehicles nowadays. So think about that. Go buy your little old. I bought that power inverter probably before Y2K. And I will tell you, when Y2K was doing all that stuff, Mother and I, we didn't, oh crap, oh Lord, what are we going to do? We strategically stopped toiletries, canned food, hygiene, all that stuff. We had, I guarantee you, we had 3 months worth of stuff stocked up. And I had poly drums, food grade drums with water. I had 210-gallon fuel containers, one with diesel, one with gas. Always kept my vehicles full. I'm getting close to half a tank, so I'm on empty, so I'm going to be filling up here a little bit. All this stuff, you know. Let y'all sit right up in here for a minute. There ain't no road there. But, you know, all that stuff. If you store fuel and stuff, get your Sta-Bil, some of that, and keep around a few cans of Seafoam. It can get a little pricey, but Seafoam is the best stuff, you know, good stuff. And Sta-Bil will keep your fuel from souring. I mean, it'll actually sour, and it'll do that. Then Sta-Bil will help with the displacement of water. So will Seafoam. Rubbing alcohol will help water go through the system. So, a lot of things to consider. I'm getting on 30 minutes here. But a lot of things to consider when you're planning. You got to plan. It's all about planning. And have fun with modern conveniences. But you got to learn how to rub it. If something just completely happened and I got totally separated from my vehicle right now, what I have on my person, in my pocket, is all I got to survive. And I always keep that stuff in my pocket. So, even a P38, you know what a P38 is? It's a can opener. Real good to have. You can take a can of food, rub it on smooth rock or concrete, round and round and round and round and round, until you rub that top lip on that can. And then once you get it evenly rubbed in there, be careful, turn it back up, and then try to pry that off, and it'll pop open. There's a lot of different ways to survive. What do you got on you right now? Do you have the basic skills to do what you got to do to gather food, water, start a fire if you need it? This time of year, you typically wouldn't need a fire. But if you get some food, fish, or some kind of wildlife game, you have to cook it thoroughly. I don't know why, like people aren't alone. They're eating stuff, you know, caviar, fish eggs. Come on, people. Goodness. Cook everything. Cook it good. Drink a lot of water. If you've been hungry and you've been eating a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, but you hadn't really eaten anything substantial for a few days, drink a lot of water before you eat. And that tells your stomach, here it comes, be ready. Kind of helps prep your stomach. And find different herbs and plants and things like that that will help settle your stomach. Dandelion from the root to the tip of the flower. Good stuff, you know. And it'll help you out a lot. So always keep that stuff in mind. Learn it. Play the what if game. Learn some primitive skills. I tell y'all that every day, every time I come on. So now that I'm back in the groove, guys, think about your bug out locations. Consider some kind of a travel trailer or motorhome, school bus, you know, cargo trailer. Get you a big cargo trailer. Dirt cheap. Spend a little time, have some fun with the family, with the kids, or just solo, whatever, and make it into a living quarters. The main thing you gotta have is stay warm, stay cool, protection from the elements, and security while you sleep. The boogie bear come get you. Other than that, you'll be outside. So you have all that in a small travel trailer or cargo trailer or bus or whatever, a big van. All that you can prep, you can do whatever you want to do. And don't prep food around your campsite. Just like a magnet, like neon light. Here I am, come get me. Always clean and prep food away from the campsite. Anyway, back on the deal. You sleep, you prep, you get out of the elements, but your living room is outside. That's where you're going to spend most of your time. So, think about that. Primitive skills, learn your skills, play the what if game, consider some type of shelter that's already been made and fabricated, and then that's less you got to worry about. Anyway, y'all be safe, and we'll see you next time.